I don't turn on the news when she's at home. She's not seen any images. Hi, this is Karen Walrond with chookooloonks. This week I have a topic that's a little bit more serious than we sometimes tackle here on Momversation. And my question is, how do you talk to your kids about current events when they include stories of natural disasters or catastrophes? Obviously, I'm thinking about the devastation that has happened in Haiti recently, the earthquake.
I have not exposed Vivian at all to the story about Haiti, but we do talk about, that there are people who have less than we do, and we need to be cognizant of that. I don't want my kids to see too much of scary news stories. I feel like I'm so scarred by scary news stories, and there's just so much of them, and really we're not in control of these things.
I mean, it's so difficult because your natural instinct as a mother is to shield your children from all tragedy, and it can become really, really tough because you don't want to cross the line into cocooning them, keeping them in a cocoon and thinking that, oh, nothing bad ever happens. It is all totally kittens and sunshine in the world. And then, they grow up and they're like, oh my gosh, there's death and destruction in the world. And, they have an existential crisis.
Talking to your kids about the earthquakes in Haiti is going to be your best parenting moments. It has to be. Because you have two ways to deal with this, and I'm extremely anxious talking about it, is I get to talk to my kids about and empower them, or I get to talk to my kids and make them fearful.
Now my daughter is 6 years old, or about to be 6 years old, and we've talked about what's been going on in Haiti. But I'm very sort of careful with what I tell her. We've talked about the fact that some kids lost their parents, and we've talked about what we can do to help. So we've definitely talked about the things we can do, and how lucky we are that we still have each other.
One of the things that I make sure that the boys know when it comes to tragedy is that whenever a tragedy does occur, I think that it provides an opportunity for those who have either means or skill to use those to bless the people who've been affected by tragedy.
My daughter is 11, so her class, these children are so unbelievable. They, they did a lemonade stand. $2,300 is going to UNICEF to support Haiti. And what happened was that 22 11-year-olds were feeling insecure, and this is what they've done with it.
One of my earliest memories is my mother and my older sister in tears, near tears, because of the SLA Patty Hearst, shootout. It was in a neighborhood we used to live in. I kind of thought that the Manson family or the SLA was going to be coming to get me. I often stayed up late at night, unable to sleep. I was so terrified by those news stories.
I talk to my daughter certainly a lot more about current events now that she's 6 than I did say when she was 2 or 3. And I know some of you out there have teenage kids, so I imagine that you can start probably talking a lot of details with them. And at what age do you start kind of, taking away the filter? I'd be really interested to hear.
Join the Momversation at momversation.com.